Hey guys, I am so excited about this cute little thing, this very American red, white, and blue thing that I made. Every year I try to make something for 4th of July. Usually, it's something that I just display, like almost like 4th of July decorations. I put it in there with that and put it around. But I was really excited about this one. The background is the red, white, and blue on here is from the Candy Canes dies, this. And then the rest of it is all the glitter paper. This is all stuff from the upcoming new mini catalog. Some of the dies are from the annual catalog. But I got really excited. I put together some of it and then I was like, what am I going to put on there? And then I decided I was going to make the American flag. And I can't wait to show you guys how I did it. It's not that complicated. It took me a little bit because I had to figure out the measurements and everything, but it's nothing too hard. And then I'll show you also how I made the blue glitter paper. So I'm super excited for it and I hope you guys like it, and we'll get started. Okay, first we're gonna make the back. I've got 3 different colors, obviously Night of Navy, Real Red, and Basic White. They are all 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. We are going to use this die right here, and I'll start with the Night of Navy because it goes on the top. You just want to center it on there. Of course, I always have this so y'all can see it, and then I'm like, well, wait, I can't see it. Okay, let's see if I can get this to stick to it. Okay. Oh, I already messed it up. All right, come on. You're covering up most of it anyway. If it's a little off or something, it's not the end of the world. Okay. So you're gonna get a lot of stuff coming out of this. I have kept some of these. I'm working on another card, so you may just want to make a little pile of these or put them in one of the little stamp cases that Stampin' Up! Sells and just keep them. You may want to make something, you know, I'll show you something. I'm working on it now. I haven't done it yet, but okay, so here's our navy blue, or Night of Navy, sorry. Now what you want to do, because obviously, I've got one over here. Here's another one I did in garden green. So you're not going to line them up like that, obviously, or it's not, you're not going to see it. You flip it over, see? And so it makes, here we have my white one behind it so you can see a little better. Isn't that cool? Obviously die cutting, when you're so what you're doing is you're flipping it over, and I don't know if you can see on this. This is the top, so nice and smooth, and on the back, it's just a little different. This isn't too bad. You're not gonna notice it too much, but one thing I've learned that you can do is, this is just regular printer paper. I just set that down. And This is, it's a big die, and it takes a little effort to get it all the way through there. Okay, let's see if you can see it. So it makes the back a little more smooth. I mean, you don't have to do it like that. For that one, I didn't, and you can't even tell. But why I'm suggesting that is because most of my plates look like this. You see that? These things last a long time. I mean, I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator since 2008, and I think I've had maybe one of these crack. So I've had lots of these, and they get to like that. And so obviously if you're cutting something upside down like that, they're going to be, sometimes they get really scratchy. So this is why I just say put like printer paper underneath it, kind of protects it from that scratchiness. Okay. All right. Let me move this. All right. So there we go, like that. Isn't that cool? So cool. And then I put it over the white. And they're all the same size, so you don't have to line them up, you know, perfectly with a perfect border all around it. I did add a piece of white to the back that's 5.5 by 4.25. So, which would be like the card front size, but I'm not sending this as a card. Although this would be a really cool card to send it to a veteran or somebody who's just enlisted or something like that. So there's the background, okay? That part's easy. The next part's not hard. Just, I'm gonna give you lots of different things that you can print so you can see how, you know, the dimensions on it, and you know, how wide, how tall, how long, and what you need to do. Everything else on this card besides that is this paper. Okay, this is the Real Red and White Glimmer paper. It's in the new mini. I love glimmer paper. I love it, love it, love it. Stampin' Up! Has had so many colors, and I think I still have some of just about every color. I never give them away. I don't ever use them, but I think I'm going to. So, all right, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to start showing you. I'm going to show you a ruler, how you measure for it, everything. It's not complicated. I used to not be able to tell you what anything on a ruler was, except for maybe like 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch. That was it until I started making cards, and then I got a little better. But this, the dimensions of the stripes, it was a little different for me, and so I had to think about it and figure it out. So I'm hoping what I show you right now will help you too. All right, here we go. Okay, so my flag, the full dimension is 2 inches by 4 inches, okay? And there are 13 stripes, 7 red and 6 white. So I decided I would figure out how wide the stripes needed to be. So they needed to be 13 of them for 2 inches, okay? I didn't worry about the length. I'll show you when we start making this. You don't have to worry about the length. You just have to worry about the height of them. So 13, so I did a calculator that's for a ruler, 2 inches divided by 13, okay? 13 equals, for inches, 0.153846,154. Okay, so I'm not going to get that specific, you know, on a on cutting those. There's just no way. That was just not going to be fun for me. I don't even know how I would do it. I would have to do it with like an X-Acto knife or something. I don't think a trimmer could do it. What I did was I looked up on a ruler, what is 0.15? I just went with 0.15, not 0.153846154, just 0.15. 0.15 on inches, okay? So what it is, okay, so here's 0 to 1. I've got this really zoomed in so you could see it. 0.15, it's in between these two right here. See that? Here, let me draw a little line. That is where 0.15 is. It's between those two lines. The way that I made easy for me is it's 5 and 6 behind half an inch. Here's a half an inch right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 5 and 6, and the line is right there in the middle. I hope that makes sense. I'm sure there's some of you who are like, I know what, you know, that you are good at that. You're good at math. I'm terrible at math. The daughter of a CPA, and I'm terrible at math. But it's in between those. So if you're going from the other side, it's 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 from the side. So if you're just looking at it from where 1 inch is, 1, 2, 3, and it's in the middle of those. Okay? So that's how wide I have to cut, I was to cut the stripes. Okay? So I'm gonna get all that all set up. I just wanted to show you that. I actually have a picture. That's how I did it, was I Googled like, what is 0.15 on a ruler? And I found a picture. I'll put that on my website so you can see it. I can't show you on my phone because obviously I'm doing this on my phone. But I'll have it on my website so you can see, and you can save it to your photos or print it or something, so then you can always see where the 0.15 is. Of course, you could do a flag a totally different size, and that's what you do. Whatever the height is that you want to do, you divide it by 13, and it's going to tell you for a ruler what the measurement will be on it. Okay, so I'm going to start cutting my paper, and I'm going to start showing you how I did all of it. It's pretty easy. That was the hardest part, the ruler. After that, it's pretty easy. Okay? Okay. I wanted to point out this one thing. Okay, so here's my trimmer. I have this little bag here with this blade in there. And it's labeled glitter paper cutting blade, because glitter paper will tear up your cutting blade. Okay? So I just keep one just for that. If I start using glitter paper a lot, then I have to replace it, but I use it just for that. And then that way, because I've done that before with my other blade, and then when you try to cut regular paper with it, it's not pretty. All right, so here's our white. I'm gonna need 2x4. That's for the base of our flag. 2. I don't know if you can see all this, but these measurements are easy. 2x4 is easy. Oh, that's the score. Okay, so there's our flag, the back of our flag. This is so pretty. I mean, gosh, I would have glimmer in every single color, but that's another thing I'm going to show you in this, is how to do that. All right, so here's my shrapnel of the paper. Here's my red, so I'm going to use that to make the lines. And I need 7 of them, okay? Oh gosh, here we go. I'm going to zoom in again. See if I can get this so that you can actually see what I'm talking about. This trimmer, it's a little different than looking at a ruler. See, that's why I counted it from 5. Gosh, I wish I could really, I think I can. Okay, so here is half an inch right there, right? And remember, it's between 5 and 6 from the half a line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these 2 lines right here, the last 2 lines before where the blade goes, it's going to be between those. All right. And it's kind of hard to cut there because you don't have a lot of, and see, look at that, it came out wrong. I've done that before too. Let's see. All right, but see, it's right up until the end. So I'll keep this one because the top red lines are not as long as the bottom 3. All right, sorry. Let me zoom back out. I showed you where it goes on that. Okay, that's better. There might be a better way to cut this, something this small. Actually, I can do it over here too. Okay, that looks a little wide. Well, that's about right. So 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so all right, now I'm getting going here. So I need 7 of them. So we got 4, just need a few more. 5, 6, 'All right. There's our red ones. My light might be going off, the sun is going down here, so I try to use as much unnatural light in here for these, but sometimes it does have an impact on it when it starts to. Okay, so the stripes, that part's really, that was, I mean, they're all over on my other table, but I had so many that I made a mistake on that weren't wide enough. These look pretty good. So got that done. That part is, measurement wise, that's the hardest part. For the blue part where the stars are, it is 1 1¼ inch by 1 1/8, I believe, 1 1/8. And there is no blue paper, so we're going to use the white. And I'm just going to cut it that way. So I need 1 1/4. And then 1 1/8. I don't even know if you can see this. I'm sorry. I hope you can. It's not all that complicated. All right. So there is this part right there. Okay. I think I'm done with this for a minute. All right. Actually, now I need to go get a paper towel, and I'm going to show you how I made the blue. And then I'll start putting the flag together, and then we'll talk about the stuff on the bottom too. All glitter. Very, very shiny. Not shiny, sparkly. Okay. So I just got a paper towel. What I've got here is I've got one of our spritzers. I've already made it, but what I did was, this is the Night of Navy re-inker. I did about 7 drops in here and then filled it up with rubbing alcohol. Okay, so just shake it up. I always like to spray it once, and then, and I really ink it up. You can see it's kind of, I'm gonna stain my hands again. There's ink. Can you see it? Let's see if I zoom in. There's ink. I don't even know. I can't tell by where I'm standing at how it looks. I just kind of let it roll around, get all over, just making it a little darker. Okay, so it takes it a little while for that to completely dry off. So I'm gonna let that dry off, and then once it's dry, then we will start making the flag. Okay, I think it's pretty much dry. hopefully. First thing I do is I put that on there. That helps me line up. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, it's really kind of hard to glue on to glitter paper. It just making sure. Okay. It doesn't like to stay on there. Okay. All right, so there we go. That's the start. I think it looks okay. Okay, so then we start with these. And what I do, you don't want to do glue all the way because it's not, none of them are going to go all the way. This is not, this is the shorter ones. And it goes all the way on top, right up. It's hard because this is white, so can't really see what I'm doing. Okay, so there's that one. And then this one goes right at the bottom of where the blue is. So I do that one next. I did, when I first started doing these, I did use a ruler to put 0.15 inches in between them because the whites are 0.15 also, obviously. But I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I just try to make them the same distance in between them as these are, you know, the same width, height, width, whatever. Okay, so we got that. Then I inked up or glue another, put glue on another one. And I do the one all the way on the bottom. Okay, so there we got 3 of the red. Now we're going to do the rest. Yeah, I got 2 more, or 1 more. There's 4 of the short ones and 3 of the longer ones. It's kind of sad because obviously I've seen an American flag my whole life, and all of a sudden I'm like, how many are there? I know I learned it at some point, but one of these things, because you got glue on some of the other ones. So all right, so then we have 2 more of this one. Yep. Oh, this is the one that I didn't like, that one end. Forgot about that. Hopefully this will look okay on here. I should have used this for one of the top ones, but I think all right, there you go. There's those so far. Go ahead, and I'm gonna cut these off. Don't move. See, it just does not like to stick to glitter paper. All right. Okay, so there we go. That's that part. Then I will show you the stars, how I did that. I used the Starlit Punch. It's got this little bitty one up at the top, and that's the one I used for that. Obviously, I got the 13 stripes. I will not get 50 stars on there. There's no way. They would be really teeny tiny stars. So I just used what I could and just made it look as good as I could. So, let's see, look at that. Look at all the blue on my hands and on my nails and stuff. Okay, so let's, I'm gonna clean this up a little bit and we'll start with that. And then I'll show you the stuff on the bottom too. And I'm super excited about it. It's one of the, I was telling you, I make 4th of July stuff all the time. And this is one of my favorite ones I've ever made. All right, here we go. Okay, so for the hearts and the little like swirl waves here, that's from the Brush Shapes dies. This is in the annual catalog. What I do is there's 2 hearts and then this big heart and then this thing right here. So I did really one of every color. The big one I did in red, 2 small ones in white and blue, and then for that I did in red, white, and blue. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started on that. And this is like all this little stuff, you want to keep it. And I'm going to show you why. I mean, you want to anyway, but I'm going to show you why in just a minute. All right, so here's red, and I'm going to do that heart. And then for the 2 small ones, here's blue. I had already colored that before for the original one. And then white. Oh, look at that little piece. You think I can get it on there? I can. I love that. I love when I have enough and I can do it all at once. Oh gosh, I put it on the wrong thing. I'm switching. Okay. So this heart. Okay. And this one. And the white one. Okay. Now we're going to do the swirls. There's only one of those dies, so I can only do one at a time. Let's see if I got enough space on this. I do. More blue. I changed this card. I ought to show you all the pictures. I just kept, you know, putting stuff on there and then taking a picture of it to see if I liked it, and I never liked it until the end. Obviously, once you like something, you're not going to keep trying to change it. Okay, there's one of our swirls. And then the red. I could tell you, you know, just die cut these, but I do something a little different, especially with this one. And I'll show you when we start putting it all together. And then white. I got a ton of white. Like little pieces of white everywhere. Okay. I'm gonna move this. Takes up a lot of room. And I think we're done with that for this card. Okay. All right, so here's our white. All that. Now, for the heart, I wanted it to have a background so it stood out a little more. That was how when I did it the first time. Okay, my pencil. I just trace over it. This comes off over the edge, but I'm not worried about it because it's going to be covered up with the red anyway. Okay. And then you just line it up, and you're gonna, what I do is I end up cutting it a little more because you can see here how it is, and you can still see the white up here and over there. So just a little there and a little on this side, a little up there. Okay, once I glue it down, I can go in and cut some more to get started. Now for these two, they have the openings on the right side. And so what I did for the white was I put red behind it and red behind that one. So then you use these little things and you just line them up. Let's see. got glue on the other side, so it's sticking. All right. Oh my gosh. Here we go. All right, stay there. Stay there. Okay, and then that one's a little wider. Could even get it off from this part of the heart. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Yeah, I'll have to cut some from those too. And then this one, the same thing. Let's see, maybe I could do all of them, like all at once. Give it a shot. Oh, that was a lot easier, wasn't it? Okay. All right, let those dry so that they can stick together. For this one, I did this one right here. And there's a little star too. See that little blue one? That will go on the white. And then this one on the red. Okay, showed you that part. Don't want to make this an hour long. So we got that far so far. And I'll need to cut these up a little more and add a little star to that. And then when I get back, then I will show you how to do those and what I did with these. Pretty easy. Okay, so now all we've got to do, or all I've got to do now, is the white stars here and the little white star on the blue heart. Okay, so this is why you keep all this stuff like this. Even though it's got a little bit left, you can get little tiny things out of it. For the stars, and I've got this one that's got a blue star. Oh, I did put that on there. Just do a little dot. Oh, shoot, that's way too much. There we go. Here's the punch again, and we're doing, see if I, there we go, right there, that one. So you just want to get it in there where nothing else is cutting out of there. So you can, these are so tiny. Oh gosh, that would have been nice if it fallen right where it needed to be. Okay. All right, I got glue on me. Okay, set those off to the side. Now for the flag, I have 4, 8, 11, 14. I have 14 on here. I do a 4, 3, 4, 3, kind of similar to how the real flag goes. So I need 14. All right, I'm gonna pause this and I'm gonna do these all because I don't think you need to see me punching out 14 little stars. I'll do that and then I'll show you how to put them on there. Okay, so I got my 14 stars there. And what I did on that one is that I just did, oh gosh, too much. Okay. And you can move these around, even though, you know, it's, the glue is in a certain spot. You can always, okay. That's what these are so great for. Well, they're great for lots of things, but little bitty things like this makes it so much easier. Well, that one's gonna go there. I think this must have gotten some glue on it because it's not sticking as well as it was before. All right. Okay. There we go. There's our stars. And like I told you, it takes a long time for the glue to dry on glitter, so it gives you some time to sort of move these around a little bit. All right, so there's our flag. All right, got this ready to go. All right, let me get a couple things and we'll get started again. Okay, now with dimensionals, whenever you use all of them, you get this left over. And I've seen some people throw these away. Don't throw these away. You can do so much with these, and this is one of them. I hope I don't mess up the stars, but here we go. Oh, there goes my dog. That means, because it's nighttime here, that means somebody's walking their dog past our house. Sorry about that. Okay, they didn't move. That's good. Oh my gosh. Okay. You see, I still left a little bit of that up at the top so that you could see it. Okay, so there's our flag. Then just sort of put these, and then I was like, I started off with just one, and then I was like, I'll do all of them. But what I did with these, you can see, these are, see how long these are? And this is not that long. It's because I cut them. Because underneath that heart, you're not gonna see it anyway. So I cut them. And so I'm just trying to stack them all up so I can cut them all at once. About right. Here they all are. Do about right here. Okay. So still got some white I gotta cut off of this, but here, I won't even glue it down. I'll just show you how I did it. I put this on dimensionals, and then I did and then on this side, like that, and then boom, boom. So what do you think? See, it wasn't that bad. The measuring and stuff is a little complicated. I will do my best to give you everything that I can think of that will help you if you want to create this in the exact same size. You can't use a calculator if you're doing 2 inches divided by 13. I mean, I don't know, there might be some calculators that do it, but what I did was I just Googled it, 2 inches divided by 13. So that's how I found it. And so then all that. And that's how I came up with the lines like that. So I was really happy with this. I just showed a picture of it to my mom and she loved it. So I'm excited about it. If you have any questions, let me know. I I think I'm gonna post this before July 1st, so it won't have the list of the product list. It won't have the glitter paper because it's in the new mini catalog that doesn't start till July 1st. But for all, I mean, I've posted lots and lots of cards that I've done with the new stuff. And I say every time check back on July 1st because I will put the product list for everything I've posted once it goes live, and I can tell you all those products. But that, I just thought it was really cool using something from a mini catalog that's really like for the holiday season, but not like the 4th of July holiday, more, you know, winter holidays, Thanksgiving, they, Halloween, Christmas, you know, those types. And then I came up with an idea for something very patriotic like this. I hope you guys like it. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.